Thank you for tuning in and welcome back, team. In today's episode of Homeowner Tips, you'll learn 9 things every new homeowner needs. My name is Andrew Finney, your real estate geek. If you need help finding a top agent where you live, or if you simply want to drop me a line and say hello, my contact info is below. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel now and like this video. Thank you. Okay, team, so let's take a look at this. It's really exciting. You got the keys to your first home. You're planning on moving in. You're planning what color you're gonna paint the walls, where you're gonna put the furniture. But there's 9 things that you would also want to add to the list of things to get. You can either do it before you close on your new home or do it right after, because these 9 things are going to be what you need to be a successful homeowner moving forward. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that you need is actually a wet dry vacuum. A wet dry vacuum is going to come in extremely helpful to clean the garage, to clean anything. Maybe you want to vacuum at patio as opposed to sweep it. You also want to have it available for any home renovation projects. That's a biggie. So if you're going to be considering home renovation projects and doing a little DIY demo yourself, right, you'll want a shop vac to clean up after yourself. It'll make life a lot easier. So make sure that you go ahead and get a nice shop vac and go ahead and keep it ready to go for any of your needs. In addition, make it easier to clean your car too, right? So the second thing that you need is the right fire extinguisher. Now, it may come as a surprise, there's actually several different types of fire extinguishers. So you want to make sure that you're getting the right kind. There's fire extinguishers for extinguishing oil. There's ones for extinguishing fire on wood. There's fire extinguishers for all kinds of different things. There's essentially 5 different types of them. So where can you go to find out what kind of fire extinguisher you need? Well, you can go to the U.S. Fire Administrator's Guide, and I'm going to put a link down in the show more description below for you if you want to go ahead and research that further, so you can make sure that you have the right fire extinguisher should you ever need it. Let's hope that you don't, but just in case you do, we want to make sure that you have it. The third thing that you're actually going to need in your house are surge protectors and extension cords. It should come as no surprise that shop vac's going to need to run on electric if you want to take it out and about in the house, and you want to take it out and about in the garage or wherever you might want to use that shop vac. You're going to need an extension cord for it. You're also going to need surge protectors to protect your electrical outlets and make sure that everything is functioning correctly and doesn't pop a circuit breaker, right? So make sure that you get some surge protectors for your devices. You always want to have them on obviously your television and on your computer and in different areas where you may have different things plugged in, and to keep it from getting overloaded. So it's something to think about, and it's something to make sure that you have. Something very simple to do. Now, if you have any additional surge protectors or extension cords that you might not need, or especially if they're the small interior extension cords, there's a pretty nifty trick that you can actually use with a used toilet roll. I know, right? You're probably thinking, what? You're talking about a used toilet roll, Andrew? Yeah, actually I am. If you take a used toilet roll, right, so it's just a cardboard itself, you can just stick it right over the top of that extension cord, and it'll keep it nice and neat, as opposed to fussing and with a wire. I just thought that was a pretty easy, handy-dandy tip to give to you. So the fourth thing that you're going to need is actually big kid tools. You need big kid tools. Yes, you do. So you're going to want to make sure that you have like a stud finder. You're going to want a handsaw. You're going to want a ratchet set. You're going to want a pry bar, and you're going to want to add to your big kid tools as time goes by. But by starting off with a stud finder, especially when you're starting to hang pictures, you can make sure that you're finding those studs. If you have a handsaw, you need to do anything real quick, you can go ahead and break it down. A ratchet set's going to come in very, very handy for some home maintenance items, and a pry bar is going to be very helpful if you need to do a little bit of demo. So you want to get those kind of things. I'd also recommend getting things like rakes, shovels, and make sure that you're able to take care of your landscaping. But a rake shovel, a hand shovel as well would be helpful for whenever you go to spruce up your landscaping and do some potting, okay? So the fifth thing that you want is an actual toolkit. And it's pretty interesting, because if you go to like the home store, you go to Home Depot or Lowe's or Ace Hardware or something like that, they normally have these really wonderful preset toolkits, and they don't cost a fortune. You can spend like $20 on it, $30 on it, and have like a 115 piece toolkit. And going back to the previous tip, it normally already have a ratchet set in it. So you can knock out 2 birds with 1 stone by just getting yourself a good toolkit. You'll want to have that, and you'll also like to have yourself a old 5-gallon bucket, and if you don't have one, I guess you'll be buying a new 5-gallon bucket. But you'd like to have that because those things come in very, very handy when you're doing the demo projects or just generally things around the house. And you probably want to get a wheelbarrow if you're going to be doing a lot of landscaping and stuff like that. It'll save your back, save your knees, and you'll be very thankful that you invested in one of those as well. So get yourself a handyman's tool belt and put your toolkit in it and have it ready to go, so that anytime that you need to go do a handyman or handy lady project on your house, you're ready to go. The sixth thing is to actually get a headlamp. You want a headlamp because you might find yourself in your attic. And when you find yourself in your attic, it might be a little bit darker than you like. Sure, there's going to be a light or two in there, hopefully. But if there's not, then you're going to probably want to have a headlamp so you can see where you're going, what you're doing, and you can focus in on it. Headlamps also come in pretty handy if you have a crawl space underneath the house and you need to get in there and investigate. In addition to having a flashlight, it's something that's really going to be helpful to you. Another thing that people don't always consider, let's say that you're in your house and you're hanging pictures, or you're screwing something into the wall, right? It's pretty helpful if you have that little headlamp on so that you can better see exactly where you're putting it and make sure that it's going to be aligned in the way that you want. It's one of those things that it's like, until you've done it, it's one of those things that it might not make a lot of sense, but once you do it and you use a headlamp and you're screwing things into the wall, or you're servicing different things in your property, you're going to be thankful that you had it, because it's going to make your job of home maintenance a lot easier. So think about that. Now the seventh one is no joke. The seventh one is actually having yourself an emergency preparedness kit. It is extremely important to have an emergency preparedness kit at all times. FEMA actually has a very good list of things that they recommend for the different types of issues that could arise from natural disasters to man-made disasters. You want to have an emergency preparedness kit at all times. If you don't have one right now, you can go on the Amazon and check them out. You can go to the store. You can put together one that's going to be convenient for you. Essentially, FEMA recommends to have a minimum of 72 hours of water, food, fresh clothes, obviously, right? And if you have pets, food and water for your pets, a first aid kit, and then just as kind of a bonus, if at all possible, if you suspect anything might be going on, try to keep your vehicle at 3/4 tank or fuller at all times, so that you have the gas to go anywhere that you need to be. Don't ever let it go under half if at all possible. It's just a good kind of rule of thumb for safety. And that way you always have enough fuel to get out of an issue, an area that could be an issue or problematic. If you don't have gas in the car, then I hope that emergency preparedness kit is really, really darn good, because we don't want to have the zombie apocalypse fall on you real quick, do we? So now, the eighth thing is ladders, but not any old ladder. You want to consider, how high are you going to go up? Do you need an 8-foot ladder? Do you need a 10-foot ladder? What size of ladder do you need? Do you need a collapsible ladder? Maybe you need a step stool around the house if you have high cabinets and you might have a difficulty getting there. Step stools are normally pretty helpful, and I found that owning a heavy-duty 8-foot ladder is helpful, and also having a collapsible ladder is helpful too. And the reason that I say that, and when I'm saying collapsible, I'm thinking of visually, I'm actually thinking of the kind that's more like a scaffold, where it comes up in a triangle but it folds up nice and neat, and it goes up in a triangle to give you extra support and stability, and then goes up higher, right? They sell those at the store. They're a little bit more expensive, worth every single penny. It'll last you a lifetime. And then what you are able to do is, with the collapsible ladder, you can get on the roof if you need to get on the roof. With the 8-foot ladder, you can get up onto the ceiling. If you need the service, like if you're going to install a fan or you're going to change out light bulbs, you'll have the height to be able to do it. And a step stool just for quick little projects. You might be hanging your artwork or family photos around the house, and you don't need to be lugging around the big heavy ladders. So you can have a simple 3-step or 4-step step ladder that would be very, very beneficial to you. Now the ninth and the final thing is to have confidence. Have confidence in yourself. You made it this far as a homeowner, and I'm very proud of you. So, you went through a lot to be able to buy your new home. Now maintain it, and then have the confidence and the peace of mind that comes along with home ownership. You deserve it, and you're great. And I'm very proud of you, and congratulations on your new home. Now, this has been 9 things every new homeowner needs. Tell me which one of these things you're going to get today in the comment section below, along with any other things that you would like to add in the comment section below. I'm going to go ahead and pop up my contact information. If you want to reach out to me to say hi, drop me a line. I always love to hear from you. At the same time, if you need help finding a top agent where you live, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. If you haven't already done so, I'm going to ask you to do 3 things. Number 1, please subscribe to this channel. Number 2, please like this video. Number 3, please share this video around with someone you know is going to be able to help. In between now and next time, I'm wishing you and yours a lifetime full of love, wealth, abundance, and happiness. Thank you for watching today, team, and enjoy a wonderful day.